This is Susie, and what can we do for her?
She suffers from scabs on her back. We don't know if it's fleas or if she has an allergy.
She's frontlined, okay. I mean, this is quite a common problem in cats. I mean, not necessarily this bad, but and the causes of this kind of skin problem can either be down to some kind of allergic reaction, typically to fleas or flea saliva. Yeah. The other thing that can trigger these things off is stress, and that can be really quite hard to deal with because they get what we call miliary eczema, and it affects them around the face, round the back, and it can be really quite an unpleasant condition.
She's a very stressful cat.
Right.
I must admit.
Well, that probably fits in with it. And if, I mean, obviously the best thing to do is if we can reduce her stress. But in a situation like this where she's quite badly affected, I think it would be worth giving her a course of steroids to try and get that skin sorted out. Also some antibiotics because the skin's quite infected. We'll try and make her more comfortable as the priority, I think. So.
Right.
Okay, that's one.
Next job. And until we got Susie, we had no problems with this.
Right, okay, so this one, I mean, this is a very typical, I mean, it's interesting to see two cats in the same household suffering from really the same kind of problems. And this is, again, would fit in with fleas, but there's no evidence of fleas there. It's very typical of stress, this. The difference in this one is that there's no skin infection, so we don't need to give the antibiotics. But you know, really, it's probably going to be the same medication. So. She's obviously been excessively grooming under there as well. So, I mean, it's very typical. What they do when they get stressed, they lick, and this is, and they remove the fur like this. So it's quite a typical presentation, and it's. Again, it's not a serious disease, but it means she's unhappy or she's stressed. So I think it was worth thinking about what you can do in the household and whether it's worth trying one of these Feliway diffusers.
Would it help if it was one pussycat in the house?
Well, I think if this has got worse when you've had two, then I think absolutely taking one cat away might be a solution. But that's one option. And if you want the two cats, then you know we can find another.
Other ways of doing it. All right.
If you want to take a seat with her, we'll see them both in a couple of weeks, and we'll get all your bits and bobs ready for you. Okay. Thanks. Bye bye. An interesting case actually. So was, the owners there had two cats with very similar problems, all I think coming from stress. They're both chewing their back end. One of them, the first cat, was more seriously affected with lots of infection in there, but both clear examples of cats that are stressed and licking and over grooming themselves. So we're going to give them some medication to try and break that cycle, stop them licking and scratching, but really they need to sort out the source of the stress, and that's hopefully where the pheromone diffuser will come in. Worst case scenario is that they have to separate the two cats.